Hello everyone, this is Anniruddh studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. I'm currently in my first year and I'm in my first sem. Funny story, I'm in this college to study cybersecurity, but my subject for first year is Introduction to Civil Engineering. So based on Introduction to Civil Engineering, I have been given a topic. I have to define what are the different type of waste and what is the importance of waste management. So with that, let's get started. Introduction to Solid Waste Management. So first, before we understand what is solid waste management, we have to understand what is solid waste. We know waste are of multiple types. There is waste which is in the form of gaseous state, which is in the form of liquid state, and which is in the form of solid waste. So in this video, I'll be explaining only about the solid waste. So for solid waste management, what is solid waste? Solid waste, which is a type of waste which is solid in nature. Example of these waste are household waste, industrial waste, municipality waste, and others. So if you're thinking, okay, we got to know what are the different type of wastes, but why are we like trying to get a system? Like what is the need of a system for managing waste? So first one, the main reason why we are taking a system is so that we can be more efficient to avoid landfills, to avoid contamination of environment, water and air, as well as to reduce the spread of diseases. So what will happen if we actually like don't care about waste management is first one is that we lose our environment. Environment will decay. Like what do I mean by environment will decay? So we all know that soils are fertile because of which like plants grow. Apart from that, soil is from the house we are in, roads, everywhere soil is there. So it be like polluted by throwing plastic and other unnecessary things. That time the soil will lose its structure and it will become much weaker. Apart from that, it's a health hazard. Since we are putting dust on soil, as well as dust on water and all of those things. So because of that, there's a lot of chances of lot of infections can be formed from that. So there can be like overload of lice and all that, all thanks to this. Moving forward, what are the methods of waste segregation? So first one we have source segregation. So before we actually take it to the recycling place and all, what if we actually like segregate all the waste at our home? There's a very good example coming up for this thing. But yeah, so basically the idea is this thing, sorting out the waste at home or at the workplace, like separating it into organic waste, wet waste, dry waste, and all the other things. Apart from that, we can also segregate it in like collection, as in people will throw everything like mix all the waste in one big dustbin and throw it at a landfill. Collection people will go and segregate the waste there. This kind of way is very inefficient actually, but it also allows for efficiently removing certain type of waste. Like many people will put e-waste in the place of dry waste and all of the other things. So if everything is put together, that time it will be much easier in some ways. And third one is recycling facilities. So some of the things like e-waste as I just mentioned have recycling properties. So apart from that, what are the innovations currently happening in recycle techniques? So first one is robot sorting. So what is this robot sorting? So, advanced robotic machines, along with artificial intelligence, I know people have been abusing this word, but hang on with me. Using artificial intelligence, IoT sensors, they have the power of separating plastics from metals, metals from glass, and so on. So everything can be recycled separately. Chemical recycling. Um, Once we are having our motherboards and all from e-waste, we can actually dissolve it in chemicals. Like we can put everything inside some certain type of chemicals like piranha acid, which is made with sulfuric acid and phosphoric acid, like a mixture of those two acids, and yeah, all the gold can be dissolved and so on. Apart from that, there's something known as upcycling. So we can use the example of glass for this. So we can actually recycle glass infinitely. So we can like take some thrown away glass, melt it in high temperature, and then again reuse it to make a higher quality item. This is basically known as upscaling. So what are the way we can turn waste into resource? First one is composting. So separating organic and inorganic waste. Afterwards preparing the compost by mixing it with materials like dry leaves, or some kind of bread, like regular brown bread and stuff like that. Afterwards, it's leaving it with some earthworms, and over time it becomes a compost. So we can use that compost for growing plants. What is the role of technology in waste management? First thing is real time monitoring. Like instead of the trucks going every single day, like in the morning or evening to collect garbage, and then collecting garbage which is not so filled and all. When like IoT sensors are attached to the end of the bins, it will send a signal to the truck saying that, oh, here the garbage is full. So instead of going every single day morning collecting hundreds, it can go at random times and collect few. This actually saves a lot on fuel and stuff like that. Second one is data analytics. We can find out from different parts of the world what kind of, like different parts of the city, what kind of waste is coming. Like like a good part of town, we get a lot of plastics and organic waste separated. In a bad part of town, we get a lot of alcohol bottles and so on. Apart from that, citizens will be very excited to see it, as well as mobile apps can also help us like find out illegal dumpings and all of the those things. Moving forward, what is zero waste lifestyle? Zero waste lifestyle basically revolves around reduce, reuse, recycle, and compost. We have to take minimum stuff of, we have to buy minimum things. Like if you know you're going to be eating one roti at night, then don't buy the materials for creating 10 roti. Buy materials for creating one roti. Apart from that, reuse. Like many people will be there who will buy a lot of books in bulk in the start of the year. They'll not use it, and by the end they'll be like, it's time to buy new books, new diaries. So why do I need this? They'll throw the whole thing. So they can instead reuse those books. Apart from that, recycle. So thing is, we have like single-sided sheets and all. We can actually recycle all of those things. Apart from that, one man's waste is another man's treasure. A beautiful saying. After that, of course, we discussed about composting. So that is there. So solid waste management in urban areas. So in urban areas like the place I live in, Bangalore, we actually have a system going on over here. First one is every single day a truck comes here, collects the garbage from our apartment, and then the garbage is taken to a waste processing treatment. Afterwards, over there, like the waste processing treatment, all the different kinds of waste are segregated, and then recyclable waste are recycled, as well as a bunch of organic waste is composed, as well as we have a system where we like do public awareness, like where there is public awareness from the government side. So moving on, case study, successful stories in waste management. So in this, we'll be talking about Thailand, one of the very clean cities. So what do they do? First thing is they have banned single-use plastic, such as a plastic bag which we get in India so commonly. It's banned in Thailand. Since 2020, Thailand government has said, like has banned single-use plastic. Because of that, the amount of waste generated by them has reduced very drastically. Apart from that, they have taken community-based recycling initiatives. I know there were a lot of words over there. So basically it means, so every single community has decided like there will be public awareness programs. Apart from that, they are going to be fostering a culture of sustainable within the community. Sustainability within the community. Apart from that, you can actually see down there in the PPT, I have included a graph which shows how, like compared to other countries, how good Thailand is doing. So please check it out. Apart from that, I'll be leaving the sources of all of this in the description below. Moving on. What is the future of waste management? In the future, what I think is waste management will be integrated in the lines of technology, innovation, and circular economic principles. Meaning, there will be a lot of promotion of waste prevention, enhancement of recycling capabilities, and developing new technology for waste treatment, and fostering a sustainable mindset among the individuals' communities. So basically, what I've written in such neat English over there is in future, what we are going to do is we are going to be focusing more on greenery, reduce our waste, and find out a way we can improve the way we are currently dealing with waste. And for the finale, what did we learn? I know I have been speaking for about 7 to 8 minutes. So I know many of you would have just jumped to this part So that's the reason I keep this slide. So first thing is we had, so going from the last thing we had learned to the first thing, first we had, when we got the last we had learned what is the future of waste management. After, before that we had learned the success stories. So single-use plastic ban and the achievements which were done by the city of Thailand. Apart from that, what is urban waste management? What is zero waste lifestyle? Technologies in waste management, composting, and waste segregation. Before that, we had learned about the introduction. Yeah, and with that, signing off. See you. Bye bye.